she dyes her hair. What's your name? What? Marcy what? Who's your father? Richard? Richard?
Such a pleasure to make a motzi on a year that's been so happy now for our family that everyone is here and everyone is healthy.
He did. Can you zoom it?
Yeah.
Have enough light?
Microphone on Zoom.
You have enough light?
This is a cheap operation.
You have enough
Not
light?
a boom microphone. I don't have light.
Maybe he doesn't need
About
light.
an hour.
Doesn't need light.
Well, just get up closer.
Could you?
Closer over here, behind him. Pick it up. We have too much extraneous noise.
Won't work anyway. You know. Won't work.
And now introducing the Moishe Bar Choir.
Yeah. because you didn't grow up to be a Ben Torah, and you should always give us happiness. True back.
Let me think about it for a while.
You know what?
I want to thank everybody that came here. On behalf of my husband and all of us. We're so thrilled and delighted and proud of Moishe Abraham Javas to be here for his bar mitzvah. And it should only be Yiddish symptoms for all of our wonderful people. And only happiness, gesund. And we should get together many times on wonderful Yiddish symptoms. Halavai.
My wife said everything.
No, I didn't say everything. You can say a few words.
Moishe, happy bar mitzvah, Moishe. We're very, very proud of you. We're very happy to be here.
Until 120 years, it's your name.
Okay, I'll do it. Where's it at?
as I'm concerned, it's a dream come true.
Your Nana and I are very happy to be here at your bar mitzvah. We're very proud of you. Nana just got out of the hospital yesterday. She made a special point of coming here. We're very pleased. We're very happy that all of us are here enjoying the summer with you.
Simcha, may we only know you this and enjoy.
Twice I missed out.
Grab two, George.
Right here.
Would you like to say anything to Moishe?
Well, a few thousand words.
Why don't you wear your glasses? Why are you so vain?
I'm very happy to be here at the bar mitzvah of my nephew's son and my dear brother and sister-in-law's grandson. I only hope that all of us should be together for all simchas for many years to come. My regret is that my dear husband isn't here. But I hope everyone has a wonderful evening.
Where do you talk to that?
Right in the video.
Right in the video. Moish, your uncle Vic and your Aunt Barbara were very proud of you yesterday. And we're enjoying ourselves at your party. And we wish you many, many good things. Bye-bye.
Moise, this is a lot of fun. We're happy to be here. We should have many more happy occasions together. It's sort of in the way. It's a good idea. I want to wish you all
Don't do it yet.
Oh, not yet? I want to wish you all mazel tov, and I'm very happy that I was able to be here to celebrate this wonderful occasion with you all.
Lobster pie pie.
Moishe. Okay? Hi, Moishe. It's Aunt Dottie. 7 down. Okay, let's see if I can get the math. 7 down and 6 more to go. Yours is very special. This is each and every other one of the bar and bat mitzvahs of our family. We're a wonderful family, and it brings us closer together whenever we share these mitzvahs. Mazel tov.
Happy Hanukkah. Hi, Happy Bar Mitzvah! Mazel tov! Mazel tov to Moishe! You did a great job on your Haftorah! Mazel tov, Moishe! Hi! Hi! Mazel tov, Moishe! And you did a great job on your Haftorah! You're a good friend! Good job on your Thanks for letting me wear your swatch! You did good yesterday at the ceremony, and I hope you have many other happy occasions, Mark. What's up, Moishe, and your bar mitzvah? You did a wonderful job on your Haftorah, and thank you for letting me wear your watch. Your swatch, okay? And you'll be made of nachas on your future years, and I hope you have nachas. My best friends. I hope you have lots of good luck and stuff like that. And stuff like that. And stuff like that. Grow up to be a tzaddik, true tzaddik, and learn Torah and Gemara. Rav, you should grow up to be a great Rav. You should learn Torah for your whole life. I know, I remember whole life.
Very hot food, and you boys all have to sit down immediately.
Oh, no.
Please.
Oh, he's helping us.
Thank you.
Tell him Mazel Tov. Mazel Tov. You should
Mazel Tov
for your whole life. You should give much nachas to your parents. You should get have nachas and all that good stuff. Good Shabbos. Good Bye.
Thank you.
Idiot. Take 5.
Nice.
Take 5. What?
Say mazel tov.
Mazel Tov. Take 5. Welcome to the club. Comment based on brings in halachas concerning the Chanukah menorah together with a pasuk from yesterday's parsha. Rav Kahana says that Rav Nasser Bar Manyume explained in the name of Rabbi Tanchum, if the Chanukah menorah is placed higher than 20 amos from the ground, it is possible. The mitzvah is not fulfilled. Just like a sukkah and a magoi. In other words, just as one may not fulfill the mitzvah of sukkah if the slach is more than 20 amos from the ground, and one may not carry it in an alley on Shabbos if the board placed over the entrance to the alley leaves an opening more than 20 amos high. So too, if the Chanukah menorah is placed more than 20 amos from the ground, one has not fulfilled the mitzvah. Rashi explains that since if something is more than 20 amos from the ground, it is not noticed by one who passes by. One has not fulfilled the mitzvah of publicizing the miracle of Hanukkah by lighting the menorah and must do it over again. The Gemara that brings a drasha on a pasuk from Parshas Vayeshev, Rav Kahana says that Rav Nassim Bar Manyume explained in the name of Rabbi Tanchum, Habor Rei Ein Bo Mayim. There was a pit and there was no water in it. Mayim Ein Bo Aval Nechashim V'Akrabim. There was no water in it, but there were snakes and scorpions in it. The pasuk is referring to the pit in which Yosef was thrown by his brothers. From the fact that the pasuk said it was empty, I would know that there is no water in it. Why does the pasuk add that there had no water in it? It must be in order to emphasize that it was empty of water, but not of other things normally found in a pit in the desert, namely snakes and scorpions. Yet, Yosef survived miraculously in the pit and eventually reached Egypt. The Mephrashim ask, what connection do the two statements have that they are mentioned one after the other in the Gemara? Perhaps one may simply answer that they are quoted in the name of the same person. However, it may be assumed that the Gemara wants to teach us some very important lessons by putting these two statements one next to the other. We see from yesterday's parsha how great must be a Jew's bitachon, trust in Hashem. Yosef found himself imprisoned in the dungeon of Paro, together with the Sar Mashkim and the Sar Ophir. After promising the Sar Mashkim that within 3 days he would receive an audience with Paro and be returned to his post, he requested that the Sar Mashkim mention to Paro that Yosef was in prison on false charges and would ask to have him released. On this pasuk, Rashi brings from the Midrash that because Yosef depended on the Sar Mashkim to help him, he is required to spend 2 more years in prison. One should wonder this. What sin did Yosef do that he should be punished with 2 more years in prison? All he did was to perform a small amount of hishtadlus, a small attempt to free himself through natural means. Yet, for this he was punished with 2 more years in the prison of Paro, which was certainly a place filled with the lowest kind of people from whom Yosef's life would be in danger. The Beis HaLevi at the beginning of Parshas Miketz brings a midrash which lauds Yosef as having the highest degree of bitachon in Hashem. So much so that he had no business ever asking the Sar Mashkim to mention him to Paro. On this, the Beis HaLevi asks that we see that the Torah does not require a person to sit idly and purely. Trust that Hashem will perform miracles for him. A person is permitted, even commanded, to make a living to support himself and his family, and with assistance from Hashem, he will make his living. He points out that the word bitachon, trust, implies that one is completely calm and sure in his expectation that everything will work out for the best. Most people have to set up the circumstances in a natural fashion before they reach this level of confidence. For example, once an army has outfitted itself and the proper weapons, they feel that with assistance from Hashem, they will overcome the enemy. No army feels that they would walk out into the battlefield empty-handed and win. However, the Beis HaLevi explains that there is a level of bitachon called bitachon gamor, complete trust in Hashem, reached only by the greatest tzaddikim. At such a level, the tzaddik has complete confidence that the situation will come out right even without any shtadlus. The Midrash relates that Avraham Avinu went to war against the armies of the 4 kings with his only servant Eliezer, and began to throw clouds of earth at his adversaries. Yet Hashem turned the clouds of earth into spears and arrows, and Avram succeeded in driving off the enemy. Yosef too had reached the heights of bitachon. He should have trusted in Hashem, that even without any shtadlus, Hashem would bring about his release from prison. By putting even the smallest amount of trust in the Sar Mashkim, Yosef was lowering the standard of bitachon, which for him was considered a grave sin. One may ask, how did Yosef achieve such heights in the meat of bitachon? The Rambam at the end of Parshas Bo explains that one reason we are commanded to wear tefillin is to remind ourselves of the miracles that occurred when we left Egypt. This way we will strengthen our belief and trust in Hashem, that he watches over his people, Klal Yisrael. Performing for the miracles, it may not be so obvious to the human eye. The Rambam emphasizes that from the great miracles that are publicly performed, a man comes to recognize the hidden miracles that are the foundation of the entire Torah. One has no portion in the Torah of Moishe Rabbeinu until he believes that all that happens to us are miracles, not natural events, whether the entire group or two individuals. Rather that if he does a mitzvah, his reward will bring this to us. And if he does a sin, his punishment will be his downfall. According to the Rambam, then, once Yosef had lived through the open miracle of being thrown into a pit full of snakes and scorpions without being harmed, he would certainly have to realize that Hashem protected him at every step, to the point where he would not feel the need to put his trust in anyone else but in Hashem. Therefore, he had no business putting even the slightest trust in the Sarah Mashkin, asking him to speak for him in front of Pharaoh. Today is the first day of Hanukkah. Hanukkah reminds us of another great and public miracle that Hashem performed for the Jewish people. A small army led by Matisyahu and his 5 sons defeated the huge Syrian Greek army and under King Antiochus' lighting on the menorah. Principally reminds us of the miracle of the menorah in the Beis HaMikdash. The author of the commentary, Puri Chadash, on the Shulchan Aruch explains that the first Ner also commenced the victory of the Chashmonaim. The Chachamim of the generation commended us to the light of Chanomeneros in public in order to publicize the miracle of Hashem. Did for us that at the time and to reward ourselves that Hashem watches over his people constantly. In the words of the Rambam, by reminding ourselves of the great public miracle that Hashem did for us, we must recognize the hidden miracles through which Hashem protects Klal Yisrael, who are referred to by Chazal as a lamb among 70 wolves. What may appear to us as political, military, or economic victories for the Jewish people as a whole or as individuals are really hidden miracles. Miracles in the place of natural historical events. A story is told of the great Gaon, Rabbi Chaim Soloveitchik, known as the Brisker Rub. He lived not far from a theater, and late night theatergoers would pass by his house on the way home. On the nights of Hanukkah, even though he had lit his menorah at the proper time, he would light his menorah a second time, about the time that the theater would let out, and place it in his window. He hoped that one of the Jewish theatergoers would be reminded that it is Hanukkah, and that he is a member of a special people who are under the protection of Hashem. Just as the miracle that occurred to Yosef in the pit required him to reach a higher standard of bitachon in Hashem, so too the Hanukkah menorah reminds us of that we too are required to elevate our standard of bitachon in Hashem. In the course lot of the year, one easily loses himself in his everyday activities and does not recognize the hidden miracles that Hashem does for him. The public display of the miracle of the Hanukkah reminds us that just as he recognizes the public miracles that Hashem does, we must recognize the hidden miracles too. It may be for this reason that the Gemara puts these two statements together, since they both teach the same lesson. I want to thank my parents for making this day possible for me, and I thank all of you for coming. Afulach and Hanukkah.